Today we're going to be transplanting a cucumber plant. I don't know if you could see this, but there's also, I really like this one. It's already a little cucumber right here, and I think there's another one right here. I kind of left it in the solo cup a little bit too long, but you know, I really like its roots. Over here, we're just gonna dig a hole a little bit deeper than, you know, the size of this, the height of this solo cup. And I want to make sure that when I'm transplanting this cucumber, I'm not breaking the roots inside that it's grown, because you know, this is the amount of roots that it needs to support a plant this size. So if I'm break the roots too much, then it's gonna wilt, especially if the sun's shining down. You know, it's breathing, it's using up water. You don't want to break too much roots when we're transplanting. So I've got the hole over here, down below the mulch. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take 2 fingers and I'm going to kind of pinch the stem right at the base where the soil meets the stem. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna start squeezing a little bit, okay? And this will just pop right off. Do you see that? It's beautiful, honestly. So I remember I said don't break too many roots, but it's also nice to kind of give it a little shake on the bottom. You know, see where the stems are kind of, or where the roots are kind of bunched up here, and it kind of just shake them up a little bit like this at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to keep most of this intact, and then I'm just going to throw this in the soil. I want to turn it so it goes towards the trellis here, and then when it gets a little bit bigger, I don't know, I'll show you guys later, but we can put this on the trellis with some string, and then I'm just going to, you know, form the soil back around it. Gonna press it down a little bit more over here. Make sure I have mulch on top of everything else, so I want to make sure I get the actual soil, and then I can put the mulch over it, and that'll keep the water in when I'm, you know, watering the plant. Here, I'm gonna make sure I don't get a bunch of dirt on the leaves, on the underside of the leaves, because that might lead it to like grow fungus or something, and that's not good. Alright, this is pretty good. I'm proud of it. I'm gonna water it a little bit. I'll show you what I was talking about earlier with the trellis. It just rained, so I'm not watering too much. Usually the best time to transplant is in the early or late afternoon. If you have time, you know, get off of work, you do this, or school. That way it'll get like a whole night to kind of recover, as compared to if you did it in the morning. You know, right after that, the sun's shining down and your plant's gonna wilt. Make sure, I'm gonna come out here tomorrow morning and water it a little bit more, just to make sure it'll last throughout the day. I'll do that for the next, let's just say, week or so. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. I have another cucumber plant here. You can kind of see it right there. And it's just growing up to this trellis that I made with my dad. He's awesome. He likes to garden too. And this is just kind of like string, this cloth string. You could use fishing line, you could use anything like that. I tied it on. Kind of made a little loop here too, if you guys can see. And this will actually, you start by wrapping it around the vine itself, like this. And you tie a little bit, you tie it on, and then this will actually grow up like this. Here, I'll wrap it a little bit. I need to wrap this one a little bit more. And it'll grow up onto the wire, and then so on and so forth. Alright, peace guys.